Okay, welcome to the customer funnel training. This is going to be a quicker, faster training. I just want to walk you through kind of the steps in the process of our customer acquisition, if you want to call it that. So we're first going to start with at the top of the funnel is our conversations and getting people to a sample. Okay. So I'm not going to go through all the training on how to make the conversations, how to create the conversations and how to get them to a sample. That would be a different training. This is more so for once you get the conversation going that leads to a sample. One of our beautiful sample packs here. It's a little blurry. I like to use our sample site that the company now gives us. Each person's sample site is different, so I'm not going to give you a web address for that. You can find that in your cloud office. So when someone says yes to me, I would like a sample. I send them back a quick little script that says, great, I'm so excited for you to get started on your Thrive experience. Please go to this website. I list my sample site and fill out some quick information. That's going to help us track your order as it gets to you. So I like to have them go and take some ownership in that and create their, shipping information for me. It will go into our system, into our sample site system. I will get an email notification that they filled that out. They then go on a list in there and they can continue to get some email marketing type materials from the company. But I can go into that system there and I can do two things. I can approve the sample. And if I have some sample mail out credits that look like this that come from the company, I can just hit accept and it will send a sample out to my customer. Or I can click deny, and it doesn't mean I'm denying them a sample. It just means that I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And I'm going to send out a sample maybe from my own inventory. So I do that more times than I send out samples from the company because I like to stock up on product when there are incentives to do so that I have lots of free trials to send out to people because it's product that I haven't necessarily had to pay very much for. So I always have them go to the sample site though, because it's a way for them to get into my system so that they can start getting some marketing campaigns, and it keeps a list for me digitally online of everyone who's sampling. There's a place where you can put notes in there about each customer, whether you accept them or deny them, they stay on that list for you. So the next thing in that process, we want to get somebody to ATM. What is ATM? There is a whole training in our guides on ATM that you can look up. However, quick down and dirty is add tag message. We have a customer page. It is called Happy, Healthy, Thriving. You are probably a part of that page. If you are not, you need to contact your sponsor right away and have them add you to that page. Add means you are going to invite a friend that may want more information or is trying a sample. So anyone you are getting ready to send a sample out to or you sampled needs to be invited to our customer Happy, Healthy, Thriving page every single time. After you add them, you want to send them a quick message and let them know that you added them to a page called Happy, Healthy, Thriving, and you're going to tag them in a video you would like them to review. There's a video in the very beginning of that's held in the announcements of that page that is right now it is Sydney. We may change that up. So it may not be Sydney in the future, or it might be Sydney. It might be a new video, or we might be using one from the company. But there's a video at the very beginning that's held in the announcements that explains the Thrive experience and how to take it. Okay. You're going to tag them in that video. So when you're messaging your friend, you're going to tell them, I invited you to this Happy, Healthy, Thriving page. I tagged you in a video. I would like to know when you get a chance to watch that. That's add, that's tag, that's message. Now they go on your follow-up list. You want to make sure that they've watched the video and that the sample is now on the way to them. And you want to know the day that they get their trial and they're going to start it. So that is going to be the massive part of your follow-up in our new system. The next thing you're going to want to do, and when they ask any questions about the sample, and maybe this comes before they actually take the sample from you. Maybe they want to know a little bit more about the sample, or they have specific questions about the ingredients, whatever it is. This is your segue into a three-way chat. This is where you can say, you know what, Sarah? That's a really great question. My friend, fill in the blank of an upline, a sponsor, a sideline, a friend that can validate that experience for you. You know what, Sarah? That's a really great question. My friend Jessica, she had this very similar experience when she started Thrive, or she had the same questions when she started. Do you mind if I put you in a three-way chat with her to better answer this? That's how you do a three-way chat introduction. That's the very simplified, watered down version of it. There's 100 ways to get people in a three-way chat, but this is what you want to do next, because you want third-party validation. You want people to hear somebody else's story besides yours. It works way better to close a deal with third-party validation than anything else you will be able to do yourself. I promise you that. And the sooner and the faster that you get used to that piece of this puzzle, the faster and more furious your business will grow and the more sales you will close. The next thing we're going to do is we have a new sample bot that's coming out. If you're just watching this training for the first time, the sample bot should be up and running because I'm not posting this training until it is. Our sample bot is the same as our promoter bot. She's called Susie, and our sample bot is going to walk your sample or your trial user through their 4 days of getting a sample. So what you need to do on your customer's end or the person that's going to be trialing, is make sure that they tell you when they get their sample, and make sure that they tell you when they're going to be starting their sample. And you're going to give them the link to start their sample bot on the day before or the day of them getting their sample. When they click on that link, it automatically puts them into a chat with Susie, the sample bot. And she's going to walk them through their first 4 days. She's going to give them all the directions. She's going to teach them how they can thrive for free. She's going to tell them to drink water. She's going to give them reminders of the things that they should be doing. She's going to ask them how their experience is going every single day. And she's going to push them back to you to help close the sale. Okay. So Susie, the sample bot, is going to be a very cool tool that you are going to have on this team. And then it just goes into your follow-up system after that. If they don't purchase from you right away, which Susie will send them back to you to ask for any, current incentives or offers that are going on. And then your job is just going to be to follow up with that customer. When I say incentive, we love to offer incentives. The company gives us credits every month for thriving, for getting customers on board, for different things. They're always offering promos. So if you have any possible way to offer them something to get started on their Thrive experience, this is when you want to do that. Somewhere in that follow-up, Susie the bot to follow up to close, is offer them something to get something. It always works. It's a really great sales tool. And because we have so many incentives with this company, I know that we can usually lean on something to close that sale. And then the next thing is they place the order. You're going to walk them through how to place their order and make sure that they get everything that they need. One thing that I do is I make sure I create their account for them. I log into their account and I load the things to their cart that I believe that they should be ordering and that they want to order. I tell them that they can add anything additional to that cart. They should peruse through our products and see what else might be something they'd like to add to their order. And if I have any credits, I tell them to apply the credits at checkout. All you have to do is click enable credits, and then you check out, and that's how they place their order, and make sure that they don't have any questions about that process. And then the conversation is going to go next to how they can thrive for free. One thing that I like to do, and I've heard quite a few other people say this, is that when I have a new customer that orders, I like to send them out maybe some samples of some Plusline products, thanking them for their order. And I send them 2 samples to give to 2 friends so that I can help them start thriving for free. I hope that funnel helps you a little bit.